Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Kamaykanan in Quezon City. This is your PBA 49th Season Commissioner's Cup Finals Press Conference presented to you by Arena Plus. I'm Carlo Mamintuan, your host for this afternoon. We're all so excited for the final series that will be starting this Friday at the SM Mall of Asia Arena. First, introducing our VIPs who have joined us in this press conference. We introduce PBA Commissioner Mr. Willie Marshall. Also here is PBA Chairman and TNT Governor, Mr. Ricky Vargas. PBA Chairman and PBA Vice Chairman and Barangay Ginebra Governor and Team Manager, Mr. Al Francis Chua. Also joining us this afternoon is PBA Finance Director, Ms. Odessa Encarnacion. Hi, ma'am. Also here is Cignal TV, Head of Channel Management and Programming, Ms. Risa Gilas. Hi, Ms. Reese. Also joining us is PBA Media Bureau's Mr. Dave Coros. Hi, Sir Dave. Good afternoon. Loudest cheers for Mr. Dave Coros this afternoon. Now introducing the two teams that will be seeing action for the Commissioner's Cup Finals. Introducing first, Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel, and they're represented by Head Coach Tim Cohn. Also acknowledge the presence of Assistant Team Manager Mr. Rayboy Rodriguez. Sir, afternoon. For their players, they have RJ Abarientos, Japet Aguilar, Maverick Ahamisi, Stephen Holt, Jamie Malonzo, and Scotty Thompson. Unfortunately, Justin Brownlee will not be able to join us due to a medical situation at the time being. Now introducing the other side, looking for their second straight championship in the PBA's 49th season, the TNT Tropang Giga. Let's hear it for head coach Chot Reyes. For their players, they have Kim Orin, Reynam Batak, Calvin Oftana, R.R. Pugoy, and we will be joined later on by Ronde Hollis Jefferson. JP Adam also will not be able to join us due to a medical situation. Now, to start off with our press conference, you'd like to hear from our PBA Chairman and our PBA Vice Chairman. Let's start out with the Governor of the TNT Tropang Giga, Mr. Ricky Vargas, for his opening remarks. Sir Ricky?
Welcome to the finals. We're happy to be here. We're looking forward to a great series. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Ricky.
Magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. Salamat sa pagpunta. Kahit nandito tayo sa medyo malayo, nandito kayo lahat. Maraming salamat. Enjoy the finals.
Maraming salamat po, PBA Chairman and PBA Vice Chairman. Now it's time to hear from the head coaches of both teams. Let's start out with TNT head coach, Coach Chot Reyes.
Like they said, thank you for coming over. We hope to give you an exciting finals, and we're glad to be here. Hoping and praying that both teams play to their potential and both teams remain healthy the entire series. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Chot. Now it's time to hear some words from Coach Tim Cohn.
Yes, thank you for coming. It's can be a long trip for everybody. I just want to say that it's always great to be in the finals. It's always nice to be here with you, and means we're doing something right, and we hope that we can continue to do something right as this series progresses. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Tim. Thank you, Coach Chot. And now it's time to open the floor to questions from our friends from the media. I believe we have a microphone out there. Just raise your hand. You'll be approached so we can open our question and answer portion. We welcome now to Kamaykanan our TNT manager, Mr. Jojo Lastimosa. How about a round of applause for Mr. Jojo Lastimosa?
Birthday boy!
Happy birthday to Mr. Jojo Lastimosa joining us now. Again, we have a mic near our media friends. Just raise your hand if you have any questions to ask to anyone from our VIP table out front. Again, raise your hand and you will be approached with a microphone to be able to ask your question. I can get things going. Coach Chot, you won the last time that you faced Barangay Ginebra in the finals, but now no Jason Castro, of course, a big change for you, a big absence how are you expecting the rest of the team to step up and fill the void that was left by a player of Jason's caliber?
I've said this before. I don't think anyone can fill in the shoes of Jason. So we're just asking all the other players to give in a little bit more and try to contribute a little more than what they usually do, so that we can all try and make up for Jason's loss. So that's the best we can do. Really, is to hope that the effort of the others is enough to cover for Jason not being here with us.
Thank you, Coach Shaw. Anyone ready with their questions? Let me ask another one to Coach Tim Cone this time around. Coach Tim, for the Commissioner's Cup, we opened it up in terms of height, unlimited possibilities. You can go for a 6'10", a 7-footer import. But at the end of the day, it's a couple of 6'6" guys who will meet up in the finals. What can you say about the quality, about the talent, and the character of both Ronde Hollis Jefferson and Justin Brownlee?
Wow, yeah, that's really, I didn't think about it that way, but yeah, it's true. You know, it's really, I think, that just the idea of continuity of these guys being in the league and knowing the league, being able to fit well with their respective teams. You know, RHJ has just brought a tremendous mentality to the Talk and Text team. You know, he shows up every game, he shows up every quarter, every possession, and he just inspires his teammates. You could just see it on the floor all the time. And for Justin, it just, you know, it's that comfortability that we have with him, the confidence that we have in him, knowing he's going to show up at big moments, just being a great teammate, and just being one of the guys, and never asking for special treatment, never asking really for anything. And you know, just two special players, and you know, we're lucky at this time right now in the PBA to be able to witness these two guys go at each other, and these are momentous times. I think when we look back 10 years from now, you know, we're going to be remembering these times when the rivalry was big between Justin and RSJ.
Thank you, Coach Tim. Now questions from the media. Let's start out with Ms. Appletabe.
Question for both coaches, Coach Tim and Coach Chot. What do you think will be the game changer or the X factor for your teams in the series? Coach Tim.
Can we kill you first? I'm not sure we can tell you that. Well, I think we're coming into this series with a lot more depth than we had in the last time we played them, and I think that's going to be a big factor for us. Just the idea that we have a little bit more depth and length than we had in the last series we played.
Thank you, Coach Tim. Coach Chot?
Our ability to play at the high level without Jason. He was the last finals MVP. So it's like taking that piece away is going to be a telling factor. Having said that, the other players that we have, we're not going to sell them short, because they've shown in the last series how well they can play even without Jason. But I'd be lying if we don't admit that it will be a big factor here.
Thank you, coaches.
Thank you, Abo. Next, we have Mr. Ruben Terrado.
Good afternoon po. To the coaches, this is the third time you'll be facing each other in the finals. Do you feel like TNT and Barangay Ginebra, the matchup is already a rivalry in the PBA, and how will that help the league?
Well, I think Chot and I would both agree that we've been rivals for the last, since you left Alaska back in 19, forgotten? I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, there's always been that rivalry. You know, we're friends, but we also know we're competitors, and we like to compete. And I think, you know, irrespective of the teams we coach, we've always had great respect and really come out and compete with each other. It doesn't change through the years. So, in fact, it just continues to get heightened as the more we go along. And I think the older we get, I think the more special these series become. So, you know, I know we're both looking forward to it.
Ako? Yeah, 35 years to be exact. My last stint with Alaska was 1990, so that's 35 years ago before I moved over to Pure Foods. So, like Tim said, I think the more important thing is the legacy that we leave. Hopefully, we're two coaches who are not only coaching for the victory of our respective teams, but to really leave a mark and a legacy on Philippine coaching. And at the end, when all of this is said and done, hopefully that's something that we can both be proud of.
Thank you, Sir Ruben. Next question. Yes, sir.
Coach, for a question for Coach Shot. Coach Shot, Coach Tim mentioned their advantage, which is their depth. As we all know naman po, yung isa nilang player is formerly your player. How are you navigating a final series with a former player on the other side po? Thank you.
With great difficulty. Troy brings a lot more than just his skills and his talent to a game. His willingness to do whatever it takes. He's a great teammate. So there's so many intangibles when you talk about Troy. So that's going to be, and he wasn't there in our last final, so that's going to be a big factor. But so is Jamie. Jamie as well is going to be 100% right now, and that's another factor that we have to contend with. So really tall order for us, but these are the challenges that make any competition worthwhile, right? When you're faced with very tall odds and still you find ways to at least compete and give ourselves a chance. And I think that is our mentality going to this series.
Thank you, Denison. Next question. Sir Jerry.
Good afternoon to Stephen Hall. Stephen, you were tasked to defend Arvin Tolentino in the semifinals, and I suppose you will be given the task of taking on Calvin Octana in the finals. Just your thoughts of guarding one BPC contender after the other. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely grown in my role with this group. Obviously, we take pride in our defense, and I was able to show my skills on that end. It's going to be a great series. Obviously, I have very talented players. We're still working on our game plan and matchups and whatnot. But again, I'm looking forward to competing against all our guys over in TNT, and hopefully we can get the job done this time.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Sir Jerry. Next question, please. To the other side we go. A question for Ray Nambata. Of course, as the starting point guard for TNT, when you lose someone like Jason Castro, dumadagdag ba yung pressure sa balikat mo? Siyempre, ikaw yung tinitignan. Talaga kahit pa paano mag-step up in that point guard role for TNT?
Yes, actually, nabigla din ako sa nangyari nung pagka-injury ni Kuya Jason. So, na-pressure talaga ako. Pero, yun nga, at least kahit pa paano, na-overcome ko na yung pressure na yun. And na-realize ko na instead na bumaba yung moral ko, tinake ko siya as motivation and as a positive na rin para mas lumabas pa yung laro and makatulong pa sa team namin.
Thank you so much, Ray. You have more questions from our friends from the media? Yes, Sir Jonas.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, congratulations on making the finals for both teams. Siguro si Scotty or Japet, maybe Coach Tim ko, kasi parang it's been 2 years since Ginebra won the championship. For a team of your caliber, parang it's been a while. So will that be a factor going to the series, especially losing twice to TNT sa pa yung factor na yun?
Who wants to take this? Coach Tim? Or Japet will take it. Go, Japs.
Sorry, can you ask the question?
Sir Jonas, paulit daw ng question.
Sorry.
Kapit, kasi it's been 2 years since last nag-champion ng Ginebra eh. For a team like of your caliber, matagal na yun sa inyo eh. So, will that be a factor sa finals?
Right now, yeah, obviously every conference we aim to win the championship. But yun nga, but right now this final series we just want to stay focused on the moment and yun sharpen the tool in practice and yun hopefully we will have a great series against Talking Pets.
Thank you, Japs. Thank you, Sir Jonas. Any more questions? Oh, I have one for PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall. Willie, we made the announcement that this coming Friday, Game 1 will be at the SM Mall of Asia Arena. It's been a while since we've gone to SM Mall of Asia Arena. Can you just let us in on ano po ba yung mga nangyari para makabalik na tayo finally and with such a good game, Game 1 of the Commissioner's Cup Finals?
Tama. Game 1 and 2 sa MOA tayo. Kasi yung mga ibang venues natin, nahihirapan naman tayo sa schedules. May mga concerts, may mga iba't ibang events sila, kaya nahihirapan tayo. Ngayon, naibigay sa atin yung Game 1 and 2 sa MOA. So talagang kinuha na natin. Kasi yung Araneta 5, 6, 7 binigay din sa atin. Yung Game 3, Phil Sports, Game 4, Inares. Yun ang sinasabi ko, nahihirapan tayo sa schedules. Nahihirapan tayo, hindi sa schedule, nahihirapan tayo sa mga venues. Kung ano yung pinakamagandang available, kinukuha natin.
Thank you, Paul. Any more questions from our friends from the media? Yes, Sir Ruben.
Coach Chot, meron bang plano si Jason na like manood sa game in order to cheer on the team?
Yeah, I'm sure. Basta't kaya na niya. He's currently recuperating. Wala pang 1 week, wala pang 5 days from his surgery. But as soon as he's mobile enough, I'm sure he's going to come and make his presence. Not only sa game, but sa practice.
Good afternoon kay RJ and Stephen. You were denied of your first championship the last conference. So just how do you like your chances this time with Ginebra in full strength?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a big blessing. 2 conferences, 2 finals appearances. Definitely don't take these moments for granted. It's all due to our hard work individually and as a group, as a team. And again, obviously we're very confident. We like our chances, and this is why we compete. 2 great teams, 2 great coaches, and a lot of great players. So let's just roll the dice and see what happens.
We're very thankful. Nakabalik na rin yung mga ibang players namin galing injuries like Jamie and Maya, and additional namin si and so siguro yung mindset na namin same lang naman ng last conference eh. So mas lalong didiin lang kami ngayon, and we're hoping na magkaroon ng magandang series against Talking Pets.
RJ, tsaka kay Ray na rin. Most probably kayo mag-match up this finals na ano lang yung tingin yung sa matchup niyo?
Right now no, hindi ko pa alam kung ano yung matchup namin, pero ni RJ sa ngayon parang si Brian Heruela. Pero
Coach, sinabi na.
pero gusto ko rin naman talaga makatapat si RJ kasi tulad nga ng sabi ko even last conference pa na rookie veteran na talagang tawag ko sa kanya, ang turing ko sa kanya. So magaling talaga si RJ, magaling yung bata. And pagkaharap mo siya, pagkalabo mo siya, marami kang matutunan.
RJ?
Thankful ako na makakalaban ko o makatapat ko yung mga ibang players like Kuya Ray or iba pang players ng mga veterano sa PBA. So, same lang ng... sorry naman sir. So, yeah, we're very happy. Ako, sobrang happy ako na may mga naabutan akong players like Kuya Ray and other guards na veterano na isa sa mga makakatulong sa akin. Kung di ka kampi ko, kalaban ko naman. So, yun lang.
Let's welcome Ronde Hollis Jefferson to our press conference. Hey, thank you for joining us here. All right, do we have more questions? Yes, Apo.
Question for Mav. Mav, just like Stephen and RJ, you're also looking to win your first championship with Ginebra. Just talk about this opportunity and the role you're going to play in this series.
Yeah, it's definitely a blessing. Like Stephen said, 2 finals appearances in 2 conferences, so these are moments that we don't take for granted. Take it day by day. We had the chance last conference. Obviously, we came up short, so we're trying to double the effort this time. We know what we're going up against and playing a good team, well-coached team. So, we're just trying to stay in the moment.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question, please. Anyone ready for a question? Let me ask one to Calvin of Tana. Calvin, among the remaining players here in the finals, you are leading in terms of the statistical race, right? Naiisip mo ba yun, the possibility of perhaps the best player of the conference? How does it play into how you're attacking itong series na to?
Nahimik na ako dito. Pero yun nga, di ko naman iniisip talaga yan eh. As of now, yung iniisip namin is this finals. Pero the last few weeks, parang tinatanong na ako dyan, pero bakbakan pa kami ng Red Horse. Kaya inisip ko yung series na yon. And as of now, gusto lang namin magpahinga for a moment. Tas itong finals na ulit. Pero if ever mangyayari, blessed. Not because kung ano yung na-accomplish ko individually, but as a team. Kasi di ko naman makukuha yun kung wala yung mga kasama ko, yung mga coaches ko. I'm proud of it.
Thank you, Calvin. More questions from our friends? Last batch of questions? Yes, Apo.
A question for Ronde. Ronde, we heard you broke your fast last game in the semifinals. Is that something, your fast and even the praying at night, is that something you are going to do again, or you think you're going to need to do this series against Ginebra?
Yeah, I broke it because as you get older, your body needs a lot more. So I'm not that old, but I turned 30. So I needed to eat something. I needed to hydrate. More importantly, I needed to hydrate. So I'll see how I feel going into game 1, but I'm going to err on the side that I'll probably eat, and then I'll just make it up after Ramadan.
Yes, sir, Jerry.
Ronde, good afternoon. Ronde, just your thoughts of going up against Justin Brownlee again with your personal rivalry dating back from the 2023 Governors Cup Asian Games, and then the Governors Cup again, now the Commissioners Cup.
I'm looking forward to it. I think he's excellent. I think he's a phenomenal player. I didn't get to play against Jamie last time. They added Gray as well, so they got a couple different pieces that I feel like they play really well together. So I'm looking forward to going against them. You guys something to look forward to.
Sir Ruben?
Jamie, just your feelings about coming back in the finals.
It's a good feeling, to be back playing again, back in this type of level of competition. There's a lot of talent on the floor with both of these teams, and I think we understand how talented Talking Tex is. So it's gonna be a fun series, and it's gonna be something that the fans can look forward to, something that we as players look forward to playing in. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Someone outside of that table has any questions? Or let's go back to Sir Jerry. Yes, go ahead, Sir Jerry. Ay, isa munang tanong kay Scotty, di pa nagsasalita. Scotty, in terms of series, I think ito yung pinakamababa mong nilarong minutes on average in your series against Northport. Gaano kalaking tulong na meron kayong mga players na bumalik from an injury to make sure na hindi ganun kabigat yung minuto nung starters, no, you and Brownie for that matter?
Una-una, syempre, no, sobrang saya namin nakabalik, of course, si Jamie and sa addition ni Troy. Yun nga, like sabi ni Coach Tim, na mas lumalim yung bench namin. So, I think for us sa mga players, maging ready lang kami palagi. And we know yung talk and text, sobrang lalim din nila. No? So, I think sobrang ganda ng matchup na to, and yung mga fans, for sure, talagang may excite sila sa series na to.
Maraming salamat, Scotty. Yes, Apple, again.
For RR Pogoy, napag-usapan kanina, sabi mo nga itong series na to parang dagdag bawas. May nabawas sa inyo, ang dami na dagdag sa kanila. Just knowing that situation and mas nadagdagan yung responsibility sa'yo, kay Calvin and the rest of your teammates, how do you approach this series just knowing that disadvantage that you have?
Yun nga, yung sinasabi din ni Coach Jola sa amin, sila Coach, na kung yung nilalaro namin last conference, ganun lang, hindi kami mananalo sa Ginebra. Dapat higitan pa namin yung nilalaro namin last conference para may chance kaming manalo ngayon.
Thank you, RR.
Sana lang.
Go ahead, Sir Jerry.
To Calvin, Kim, at saka kay Roger. Kasi the last finals, yung outside shooting nyo, obviously was among the big difference dun sa finals. Are you up to the challenge again this time?
I think Kim's nervous.
Let's have Kim answer this question.
Discord nyo lang daw. Online na lang daw.
Kim, yung outside shooting nyo kasi the last time you met Ginebra in the finals was a big difference. Ngayon ba, up to the challenge kayo about your outside shooting again?
Siguro, araw-araw namin pinapractice yun, and yun talagang parang pinaka-main gun namin is 3 points. And right now, talagang pinagigihan namin yung game plan namin para sa Ginebra. Kasi itong Ginebra, they have an amazing team and amazing players, so mahirap sila talunin talaga.
Isa din yan sa na kung gusto naming manalo against Ginebra, kailangan maganda yung shooting namin, kagaya nung last conference. So, naman kami, ready naman kaming tatlo. Hindi lang kaming tatlo, kaming lahat as a team na sana pumasok yung mga 3 points namin.
Pagdasal na lang namin, di ba? Sana pumasok na. sana yung bola may anghel, no? Tsaka yun, napaka-importante naman talaga sa team namin yung percentage sa outside shooting namin. Doon kami nagre-rely if low yung percentage namin sa outside or unti yung tinitake namin outside, talagang mahihirapan kami manalo sa isang game. We'll take advantage of it. Tapos ginagawa naman namin yun araw-araw.
Last question for me, for the coaches. Coach Tim and Coach Chot, how much will the familiarity be a challenge coaching-wise for each other?
We've been at each other for quite a while. We've coached against each other. We've coached with each other. Obviously, the familiarity is there. It's hard to, even with his, Josh, his assistant coach, is with me also with Gila. So, he knows us inside and out. And it's just going to come down to execution. And, you can know whatever you want to know, but if the team executes well, you can still battle through that. So that's what it's going to come down to for us is just our execution.
Yeah, I agree with what Tim said, but more than the familiarity and more than the two of us as coaches, it's really the players. who are going to decide the series. I mean, we could make our adjustments here and there, but after a while, it's really going to come down to who's able to get it done on the floor. So whether we're familiar or not, I think the deciding factor is really what's going to happen on the court.
Thank you, coaches. Last call for questions. Sir Tito.
Only question lang. Coach Jot, Coach Team, your stint with the national team, the Gilas, will that experience allow you to prepare better for the Gilas players on either team? Better prepare against them?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, it cannot hurt. But look at the other side. We're playing against the national team. They have the first 5 of Gilas over there. So that's a huge advantage. And I think that's something that's going to be a real challenge for us. But to answer your question, yeah, it cannot hurt. But we know the enormity of the challenge before us. So our work is cut out for us. And like I said, all we can hope for is really play at our best. Because if we don't play at our best, we have no chance. Even if we play our best, it's not yet 100%. It's still not sure, but at least I think we can compete. But if we do not play our best, we have no chance.
Still,
he said it, and that's the same thing coming back at him. We feel the same way going at them. That's the respect that we have for either team. We have to be at our best to have a chance to beat them. They've beaten us twice already, so it's on us to change the narrative.
Coach Tim, long ago when we were still covering the PBA, me, Dave Coros, and some other guys, you told us that Johnny Abarrientos, a player like Johnny Abarrientos, comes in our lives once in a lifetime, in every blue moon. I would like to know if RJ here has reached that level as far as you are concerned.
Well, you know, we said that after Johnny had been in the league for 11, 12 years. So, I mean, give poor RJ a break here. He's only been in the league for a couple conferences. So, but it's going. It's on its way there. I mean, he has a chance to be a generational type player, just like Jason Castro, I think. But it's unfair to put that much burden on a player at his age at this time. He still has a lot of growth and a lot of basketball left in his career. And what the great thing is, we're going to be able to sit back and watch him play for the next 8 to 10 years and really see someone special.
Last question na lang, Chairman and Global, yung friendship between you, will this be set aside momentarily for the finals?
Maski my finals, he's still my friend. Anyway, you heard all the discussion. No? I definitely we're coming into this conference as underdogs. Okay, and man for man, no Jason, improved chemistry of Ginebra. It's actually a new team. A new team that it will be a big challenge, but it's a challenge that we will face. Ang sabi ko nga kay Vice, sabi ko Vice, pwede ba paabutin nyo ng 7th game para naman makarating kami sa 7th game. So No, definitely. If you take a look at it, you know where it's heading to. No? We won some games with them, but today, the Ginebra team is different. It's a different team, and it will be a different team in the finals. But having said that, we will also be a different team in the finals. And we will also do our best in the finals. And we owe it not only to people who watch the finals, and probably because of that, this may be the best finals that will ever happen in the PBA. So that's where we are. And as Coach Chot said, at the end, It's chemistry. I think I heard that also from Coach Tim when I was in part of the Gilas team. He talked about chemistry. He talked about playing together. At the end, both team has that. And the one that has better chemistry will probably have the edge. And the other thing is, because chemistry is playing together, right? So I think they both have that experience of playing together. And I think what we try to do best, it's hard work, but it's called defense. So that's what we try to do best. And we've won games because of last-minute defense. And I get the advice of Al Francis when we were playing rain or shine. Sabi niya sa akin, Chairman, mananalo kayo dyan. Just tell your players to be patient on defense. And they were patient on defense, especially on the last 5 minutes of the game, where most of the game was decided on. And we will play defense. Chemistry, the one that has best chemistry in any game will survive that game. So it's going to be a great series, but it's going to be tougher on our hand to be able to play at the level that Ginebra will play, and I'm sure they will play at the highest level that they will play. So expect a great series. Manood kayo. Okay, thank you.
First of all, we're not underdog, no? Alam naman to si Chairman eh. We're not underdog. But ako, personally, I'm just happy that both Tok and Tex and Ginebra were in the championship. You know, after elimination, quarterfinals, semifinals, masaya kami na nakapasok. You know, everybody knows, pag nakapasok ang Ginebra, masaya ang mga madlang taong nanonood. No? I think, experience-wise, mas may experience sila. Mas mga veterano yung mga si Uktana, kunyari lang bata yan, matanda na yan. So, experience-wise pareho. Coaching, you know, it's nice to watch both of them. Si Coach Shot saka si Coach Tim, nice na mapanoorin sila, no? Kung gusto mo sila mapanood, pumunta kayo sa malls. Makikita nyo sila sa Tony and Guy, magkatabi. So, libre pa. Libre promotion pa. Okay. So, yun lang. You know, sa lahat ng nakikinig ngayon, it's a matter of kung sino mananalo, sino matatalo. Kami yung nagpapasalamat na nasa championship kami. Sa lahat ng taong buong Pilipinas, sana po suportahan nyo kami at manood kayong lahat.
Maraming salamat, PBA Chairman Ricky Vargas, PBA Vice Chairman Al Francis Chu. I think we're all out of questions. One last question from Sir Jerry.
Tom, we are not listening, ha? Tom, ano lang about officiating, alam naman natin every finals, medyo nagiging issue yan, nagkakaroon ng konting...
Kahit hindi finals.
Ayan.
Nagsimula kami 20 referees. Pagdating ng quarterfinals, nag-16 kami. Semifinals, nag-14. Baka dito, mga 8 to 10 referees na lang. Tingnan natin, ginagawa naman ng technical committee. Nagsususpindi tayo. At ngayon, hindi sila luluhod. Ako luluhod sa kanila. Tama na reklamo. Hindi, biro lang. Coach, I love you. Yun lang.
One last question na yun. We're good. We're all good with questions. And I think that will be the end. But before we officially end our press conference, just an invitation from PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall na suportahan ng lahat ng PBA fans ang paparating na Commissioner's Cup Finals. Just an invitation, Tom, sa lahat ng fans natin.
Katulad po sinabi ko sa mga interview ko, nagpapasalamat po kami. Paulit-ulit po ako na nagpapasalamat sa mga fans na patuloy nila pagsuporta, Nandyan po sila, nagbibigay sila ng oras sa PBA. Maraming salamat po. Abangan nyo itong finals na to. Maganda po to.
Maraming salamat, PBA Commissioner. And with that, we end this 49th Season Commissioners Cup Finals Press Conference presented by Arena Plus. It's time for our photos to be taken. Players, please stand behind our commissioner, our governors and head coaches. We invite our cameramen to move closer out front. We'll ask everyone to please stand up and compress dun sa ating gitna. We're just clearing the table. Tayo po tayong lahat. Players, please scoot over. Jamie, a little closer to Coach Tim.